Hey, so I'm Sydney, and I thought it would be a cool idea to do a reading vlog. I don't vlog, I don't do anything social media, but I think this would be a cool documentation to keep track of the books that I read for the year. I would like to document all of the books that I keep track of. I want to see my thought process through it all. So technically this is for myself. I think it would be fun to start this and maybe somebody feels the same way about the books that I'm reading. Right now, I'm reading One Golden Summer. I'm 2% in the book. I'm not even in it right now. I just finished reading Every Summer After. I gave that one a 4.75 stars. The only thing that could have made it a 5 was if there was no cheating. The cheating trope. I don't like it. It's not my favorite. I mean, I did love Magnolia Parks. And there's a big cheating trope in Magnolia Parks. To be fair, it makes sense for all the characters. And it makes sense for the characters in Every Summer After, but it still deducts a point. It really does. I think I gave the last Magnolia Parks book a 5, but that was because they weren't cheating. At that point, they weren't cheating, and they were growing as, individuals and stuff. We are going to focus on One Golden Summer for the next couple of days. I'm super excited. Nothing else on my TBR right now. I'm looking at what everybody else is reading because I am not original and I need help when it comes to figuring out what to read. But right now, I'm getting ready to go to a Pilates class. I never go to Pilates classes by myself. I normally go with my friends, but I was feeling a bit frustrated today. I thought I would do something nice for myself and take myself to Pilates. I think maybe I'll go to Barnes & Noble's afterwards. I think that could be fun. I want to figure out my next read after I'm done with One Golden Summer. So I'm gonna head over to Pilates now, and then I will let you know which book I pick up from Barnes & Noble's if I get one. I've been reading a lot of books on my Kindle recently, and I think it's time for a physical one. I'm gonna decide. I think I really want to get Sounds Like Love because my favorite book talker, Sarah, is currently reading that. And it looks really cute, and I'm really trying to get all of my contemporary romance out of the way for summer, contemporary fiction out of the way for summer, so then I can go into fantasy in the fall. My first book I want to read in the fall is sci-fi, but it's still in my head fall. It's Hail Mary and then Babel, right after that. So, and then I have nothing else planned. So if anybody has recommendations, then yes, please let me know. But we're gonna go to Pilates, hopefully go to Barnes & Noble's on the way back, if I'm not starving, and then we'll start reading One Golden Summer today. I'm hanging out with my dog today, I'm not working today, so hopefully I could get a lot in. Okay, just took my Pilates class. I don't know if you could tell by my hand, but I am shaking. It was so hard. But now I think I want to go into Barnes & Noble, see if they have the book I want. There's 2 books I possibly want, and that is The Summer We Ran or Sounds Like Love, which I'm leaning towards Sounds Like Love, but I don't know. I will see you in Barnes. Okay, so I just walked out of Barnes & Noble's and I went with Happy Place by Emily Henry. I saw Sounds Like Love is in there, but I think I want to wait and try and get into the Emily Henry universe because I haven't done that yet, and I'm thinking that I should go that route. I've heard great things. People We Meet on Vacation is coming out into a movie, so I feel like I need to start now. And then I'll read Sounds Like Love after. Don't worry. that is a promise. So now I'm gonna head home. The Starbucks is like 2 minutes from my house, and then I'm gonna start reading the book, hang out with my puppy. I'll show you my puppy, and then we'll see what today entails. I don't work today, so typically those days consist of me reading or working out, and I already worked out, so looks like I'm gonna have like a nice day at home just to read and relax. I don't have like a tripod or anything. Again, I said that this is my first ever vlog, first anything on social media. Here's my doggy. Just finished Every Summer After. I love that book so much. I have no words for Every Summer After. I was not expecting to like it as much as I did. And I think that the communication with the characters is just top notch. Again, still don't like the whole cheating trope, but it did make sense for the plot of the story. As much as I hate it and I don't want to like it, it makes sense for the characters at that moment in time. It still bugs me, but I really do enjoy the book as a whole, and I really, really loved it. So I think I'm going to like One Golden Summer. I'm only like 2% of the way into it, so I don't really know what it's about. I know that it's about Charlie and Alice. And Alice, I believe, lived at another lake house on the same lake as Sam and Charlie and Percy did in Every Summer After. So I'm very excited. I think it'll be really good. Okay, so I 100% got sidetracked, and I started putting a copper conditioner in my hair because I have red highlights. You like can't tell on video at all, but I'm really trying to go red, gingery red, but I'm slowly trying to get there. Like, it's so out of my comfort zone. I've never done something like that. So I'm trying to see if I like a red tint in my hair, like a auburny brown, dark brown, reddish tint. So I did that. And I really want to write in my book journal. So I read The Conditions of Will in the end of June that I had finished. So I really want to put those in there and keep track of like how I feel about every single book. I'm going to do that first, and then I'm going to continue reading. Start with the book journal first, and then we'll get going. Okay, so I went to the beach for a little bit, read a little bit on the beach, was highly distracted because it was so hot, but now I am home and I'm gonna shower and sit on the couch for the rest of the night and read my book, and then hopefully come back with an update later of what I read. So far, I'm like, again, still 5% in. I'm on chapter 4, I believe. I'm really liking it so far. I fear I'm in a slump. So I'm listening to the audio, and hopefully that'll help. Okay, so I read some more, and here's my update. I really like it so far. I like Alice's relationship with her grandma. I think it's really refreshing, and I'm curious to see how she has a connection with Charlie because he's already so friendly with her. To my boyfriend's house right now. We're just gonna hang out, probably watch a movie. I'm in such a slump that I think I just need to watch something fun and get back into the book. I think I'm just kind of mentally burnt out a little. But I really like her relationship so far with Charlie. I haven't seen them together yet, but I like the way like he called her and he was like playful. I can't wait to see that like develop. The way her brain works, I think I find myself like to relate to her a bit. I related to Percy a ton. So I think like this author's characters are probably like super relatable. So I'm very excited about that. Also, side note, the conditions of will, I constantly am thinking about. Like, the way Georgia's just life experience was really resonated with me, and I really related to, and I always just think about that. Like, I've never read a book where I've like so heavily related to a character. Besides Daisy Hates, I will say Daisy, I really relate to her as well. Like, just her mannerisms and the way that she thinks about some things, I feel like I find myself thinking the same exact way. But I feel like I'm finding myself doing that with Alice. So I can't wait to get more into the book. Okay, I didn't film anymore from yesterday, but I'm going to be going to breakfast now with my dad and my dog, and then I'll come back and read, and then we'll do another update. Also, side note, I've been growing an eggplant, and she's so big. I think I'm gonna pick her today and make eggplant parm. But isn't that crazy? I'm very excited. This is my other flower bed. Hasn't bloomed yet, but yeah, I have basil, pepper, tomato, and then some marigolds, but they've died off, and then they'll come back. So I didn't film at breakfast, but I will be reading right now. I'm gonna get started, and I'm gonna go to the beach, and then we have Love Island later. I'm gonna watch some of The Summer I Turned Pretty with my cousin because we want to like rewatch it before the new season this week. So that's what we'll be doing. I'll come back with an update of where I'm at. Let's get started. I am currently 18% and I'm in a slump. I've decided it's just taking me forever to get through a book right now, and it's driving me crazy. But Charlie and Alice have finally met, and she figures out he's the guy from the grocery store, and he takes her back to her house on the boat, and they have like really cute banter and stuff. And he says, like, he points out a place on like the bank or like the beach part that they consider of the lake, and he's like, that's a great place to have a picnic. When literally, like, in Every Summer After, he has a picnic with Percy after her big swim, when it's just the two of them and Sam's at school. So it made me kind of sad. I miss her. So yeah, I'm gonna continue reading while I go to bed. So I'm driving. It's 3 p.m. and I haven't made an update, but I'm on chapter 21, and I love Alice and Charlie's bickering and like banter. It's so cute. I'm currently on the way to Jack's house. We're just gonna hang out and have a Saturday together. She just met Percy and Sam, which I think is so exciting. It's so cute, and I can't wait to see like her relationship with Percy grow, because it's already so adorable. And like her taking photos of her, and like Percy's pregnant. It's like so huge. I'm so glad that I read Every Summer After first before I read this book, because I was really gonna do this book first and then Every Summer After, and then I saw everybody being like, no, you need to read Every Summer After first. But now I understand why. And I think she's picking up on the fact that, spoiler alert, that Charlie and Percy had gotten together when they were younger, from, you know, Sam being at college and stuff. So I think she's picking up on that. So I like can't wait to see how they deal with that conversation, and how that is all gonna play out. I'm really excited to see that. Hopefully either tonight I could come back with another update. I probably won't read that much. But yeah, I'm so excited. Yeah, if anything, I'll talk to you guys tomorrow and I'll update. Okay, so I'm about 50% through the book and I'm loving it. I really wasn't expecting it to be like such a I love this book so much kind of book, but I'm super duper excited. I know every single time that I've filmed, I'm in the car, but I'm having a pretty busy couple of days. And my friend is home from being a flight attendant, so she's been home for the past couple of days. So I'm gonna go get dinner with her and a few other friends, and maybe I'll like have some footage from that because we're going to Safety Harbor and it's so cute over there. Do like a full recap of like my book, not recap of my book, but like recap of the 50% that I've read. But so far, loving it. Charlie, I have a newfound appreciation for him because obviously in Every Summer After, he kind of was a shitty brother. Kind of, more like yes, was a shitty brother. But he's really redeeming himself and I feel like he's grown a lot. And his communication skills are just wonderful. Like, I feel like he communicates really well even when like there's moments that you can notice that he's not doing so well. He still lets Alice in a little bit more. So I do appreciate that. I'm like super excited to see like them actually like end up in a relationship because there's still not anything right now. I'm very excited to see what happens, but I'm gonna drive to my friend's house and then I will hopefully have an update tonight. So I got back from going to dinner with my friends and going to an arcade, but I am like chapter 30 something and oh my god, I love the way that their brains are working. Like, I like that Charlie's really opening up and you're seeing like a lot of him like just be very vulnerable with her, which we didn't see much of him do in Every Summer After. He kind of was like felt a bit one-dimensional, but in this it's like he has layers and like he is like talking about his dad now and his dad dying and stuff, which I think is really cool. I'm interested to see how her photography show goes because she still hasn't told him yet that it's happening, and I want to see how that conversation plays out. And they like got together but they're not together, and I think that has to do with like their mental capacity. He's freaking out that he is his dad's age in the summertime and she's freaking out because she doesn't really know who she is yet. I think that's interesting. Two people who don't really know who they are, but they really like each other and are trying to navigate that. Seeing the anxieties of him, like he doesn't explicitly say, I'm anxious about, you know, my dad having died at 35 and now I'm 35 and he lived till the springtime, but I got the summer, it just doesn't feel right. It's interesting to see his anxiety with that and like his OCD with his health, but not explicitly saying, oh, I have anxiety about this. We are a little more than halfway. I don't know, but it's late. I want to keep reading. I'm gonna maybe read another chapter if I'm not too tired, but yeah, tomorrow I work and I'm gonna try to read some more, and then hopefully I want to get this done by the end of the week and then do a full review. We could do a full recap. I'm very excited. It's so good. I really didn't expect to like it as much as I am right now. Okay, I thought I'd give an update. I'm at the part where Charlie is telling Charlie is telling Alice that he slept with Percy in the treehouse, and not in the treehouse, but like they're in the treehouse, and I'm like really curious how this conversation is gonna go. I'm really appreciating that Alice is finding her voice in photography again. I find that to be very cool and inspiring because I was an art major in college, and I think it's a hard thing to navigate when you've been making assignments for your professors to like, and you've been producing work just for other people to like, and then you graduate or you're like out of your profession. In your profession, you just want to, explore yourself deeper on a deeper level. So I find that to be really cool. And Presley is biting my hand off around, like, with making my own art. Like, I want to find my voice in making art. It's raining outside, so we can't go for a walk. But I'm a bit 75% the way through, and I just want to say that I think this is a book that everybody should read. Every girl or whoever should read in their 20s. Like, the way that you feel like you should have everything figured out in your 20s is just so unrealistic. She's 33 and still has nothing figured out and still has so much life to live and wants to discover herself even more, which I think is very inspiring. And it makes you feel a lot better, because I feel like at the age of 23, you feel like stressed, you feel like you should have everything figured out, and it's just not the case. So I like it for that, and like it's okay to discover new things that you might like. Like, she doesn't want to do a backflip in the water. Like, it's just like little things, but she's like still making discerning decisions for herself. But like the photographs, they loved the photographs that she did take, and so then she's like feels more inspired to take pictures again and create her own artwork. And then she's learning to love again after being in such a mundane relationship with this Trevor guy. But I really like it for that. Like, I think this is such a coming of age book for 20-year-olds and like people in their 30s. So in like when we would read like YA books, it's like a coming of age story for when like you're in high school and college and stuff. But now it's like your mid-20s and you can sort of feel inspired once more, like you were when you were like 16 reading a YA novel like Hunger Games. Like, that was such a big one for me. Or like Looking for Alaska, something like that. There's another book. Oh, I'll Give You the Sun. Favorite book of all time. That's a coming of age book, a YA novel. So I hope to finish this soon. Here comes Presley. He hears me talking. But I'm going to keep reading now. Okay, so I officially finished One Golden Summer. Immediately 5 stars. Immediately 5 stars. Okay, I had to move because I needed to talk with my hands. Basically, 5 stars. 5 stars. If I could give it 10 on Goodreads, I would. The character development, 10 out of 10. I don't want to give too much away because there's a lot. Like, Charlie's story is insane, and I never was going to expect that coming out of this book. I knew he had like more layers to him. Presley! I knew he had more layers to him, but I was not expecting all of that. Shocking, groundbreaking, just everything you would kind of want in a book. And the relationship did not feel forced. You can hear my dog squeaking in the background. 10 out of 10. I love Alice. I find so much of myself in her, and I genuinely do think that this is a coming of age book for people in their 20s and their 30s. So 5 out of 5. The next book I'll be getting into is Time of Your Life by Jessa Hastings. That will be the next vlog. I'm very excited for that. You can hear Presley. This. I can't wait. This is gonna be great. He is excited too. So, I'll see you in the next vlog. Thanks for watching if you watched. Go read this. Go read it. Go read it right now. So good.